Yeah, the cake might look delicious. The fast food might look delicious. The watches might look delicious. But you can put that money into something else. Put that into investments. Put that into something that's going to grow your money and expand it over time. Use that to invest in yourself. And that's why I mentioned this is a quote from Zidane Mutslu. Shout out to him, by the way. He mentioned, ooh, I forgot what he mentioned. Oh, yeah, I remember. He mentioned, let everything that you buy be an investment to you. So if it's something like a watch, for instance, you buy a watch, let that be an investment to you. So in future, that thing is already growing over time. You could also do real estate. You invest in your money, you're buying some property. That money is going to accumulate each month and grow too. It's going to expand. Whereas if you just buy a PS5, for instance, let's just say a PS5, you buy a PS5, it's going to devalue itself. Buy something that's going to grow so that in future, your future self is going to thank you for that. Right? And so, man, don't be a trend follower. Don't be a trend follower. Stop trying to hop on people's wave. Just because you see someone doing this, you don't want to follow that. Unless it actually makes you happy. Do it in your own way. Stop trying to do it in the way that they do it. Because you can never copy the original. That's what I mentioned. And Marcus Rashford mentioned in his book that you cannot be the best Ronaldo. You can always be the best you, the best Jason that you could possibly be, right? So you can never copy the original, but what can you do? You can create your own trend and be yourself. You know, people actually get paid just by being themselves. People are actually liked for being themselves rather than trying to copy other people. And so just be yourself, man. Pop out if you have to, but do it in your way, in your own way. So by pop out, I don't mean like flash and stuff. You want to obviously delay your gratification. Be yourself, man. If you have to, be yourself. You have to actually. Just be who you are. Be what makes you happy. You might like a Mercedes Benz, but other people like BMW. That doesn't mean that you have to follow what they like. Follow what you like. Like the Mercedes Benz. And it's the same that goes for every area of your life. If you like a certain thing and your future spouse is like, no, I want to do things this way. Don't follow this. Don't follow their way. If you make a decision, stick to it, right? It might be a bad decision, but you take responsibility for that. At least you stood on your word and was yourself rather than just following other people, right? Obviously, if you want to make the right decision, you have to see ways beyond what is in front of you. Will this make you better in the future or will it take away from you? And so, yeah, man, another thing I want to say is always keep on learning. Doesn't matter where you are. It's mentioned in The Alchemist. I haven't read that book, but I've heard of it, right? Which I will be reading soon, by the way. So it mentions that you should always keep on learning. So it doesn't matter where you are, keep on soaking knowledge from everywhere. They say whatever you take in, it's eventually going to be, it's going to determine how you think. And how you think is going to determine how you act or how you approach certain different situations. And so soak up good knowledge. That's what I always mention. Another person you could follow is Valentino Ali. So search him up on YouTube, man. See what he does. He gives the knowledge, he gives the game, right? You get a better mind shift the more that you focus on good knowledge rather than just focusing on what's trending, what's popping, focusing on girls, focusing on gents if you're on, focusing on gossiping, focusing on bullying other people and demising them. I mean, diminishing them. My bad. But yeah, man, you always want to be the trendsetter. Be yourself, man. What makes Jason confident, man? It's not the things that you wear that make you you. Because imagine if it was stripped away. And so, yeah, man, what makes you you? What makes Sabrina Sabrina? What makes Joseph Joseph? What makes Jane Jane? Right? So you always want to be yourself, even when those materialistic things are stripped away from you, even when there's a crisis. So that's why I mentioned when it comes to wealth within, it's focusing more on what makes you you, focusing on what actually matters, focusing on not just wealth, like tangible wealth, not just focusing on tangible wealth, but focusing on internal wealth. What makes you actually happy? Is it the friends around you that make you happy? Is it the things that you do, the daily habits that make you you? And so it's not the Adidas track jacket that makes you yourself, right? It might play a big role in your personality or what you like, but if imagine it was stripped away from you, what would you turn to? And so it also comes with confidence. That's why I mentioned when it comes to confidence,